Hey Keepers, this is Tyler with Renegade GK. Today we're going to take you through a glove washing video. This is really a best practice when it comes to getting the most out of your Renegade GK gloves. So we suggest doing this periodically. Realistically, if you do it a couple times a month, I think that's certainly enough. The bottom line is though, as it is so incredibly important with the latex, you really want to get out through this process a lot of the dirt, the grime, the sweat, the things that you might not be able to see with the naked eye. It's going to still be in the glove. Think about latex as a sponge. So if you think about these gloves as a sponge, obviously there's a lot of materials in here and a lot of different things that this glove has picked up through, you know, daily training or even a match in the rain. So these gloves, the Fury UVs, we actually just put these through a training session last week in the rain. You can see they're absolutely destroyed. So we thought, what a better example to kind of show you guys how do you work in a little bit of soap to kind of clean up the gloves a bit. And then obviously, as a best practice of goalkeepers everywhere, it is certainly something we highly suggest. Though we love selling you guys gloves, we obviously want you to get the most out of your gloves while you've got them. So we've got the Fury UVs here, and we're going to take you through the process. The first thing though, if you're wearing the finger saves inside, we have removable finger saves for a lot of reasons, but one of the great things about a removable finger save glove is that you can actually take the finger saves in and out. So if you do wear the finger saves, we highly suggest taking them out for the glove washing process. You can put them right back in after the glove's dried, carry on with your training or your next game. So we've removed those here. It just helps you massage in the soap a little bit better, and it also helps you work the latex a little bit easier without that finger save spine, you know, poking and prodding kind of against the latex while you're working it in a way that's maybe not as natural in terms of everyday play. So we've got our glove, just common soap. It's not really about, you know, the brand soap or anything like that. There's no real rocket science behind this. There are key factors and elements. It's really the amount of soap and how much soap you're putting into the water or directly onto the glove. I'll kind of show you that today through the video. Err on the side of caution. You know, it's always good to work it in smaller amounts, little by little, as opposed to dumping half the bottle in, and then you're working in a bubble bath here. So we'll take you through this process nice and easy. I like to put the glove on, but to start, I just want to submerge it. You see there's so much dirt and grime on the outside of this glove that it's going to come off pretty instantly. The critical thing when you're working with latex in a glove, either on the backhand like you see here or on the palm, you kind of notice that I'm just massaging relatively lightly here. Latex is certainly a material for you goalkeepers. You know that if I were to be digging my fingers into this and or, you know, scratching, that's just not a good technique. So right now, kind of in the pre-wash here, just want to get this glove used to the water, loosened up a little bit, get the excess stuff off that's going to come off naturally even without soap. So I mean, there you go, you've already got a lot of that stuff off. We're going to go, before I put my glove in, do a little bit on the outside here. All right, just massage that in, working it around, massaging it in. The embossing picks up, you know, what are those depressions in the glove. It allows dirt to kind of get and hide in those creases there and those different seams. So we're just working it in, and you'll kind of see this. Listen, there's no real rocket science, as I mentioned before here. It's more about how hard you push. So notice I'm not digging the thumbs in. I'm not going crazy with it. Just trying to work the soap in little by little. All right, so we'll do the back. We're going to work on the palm just a little bit prior to putting it on. The reason we do want to put on the glove is because it allows you the opportunity to try to clean the inside as well. So if you're using a glove wash that is in a spray form from, you know, any of the other brands that are out there that carry that, that's great. It does allow you to spray directly inside the glove itself. We can accomplish the same thing with the soap though, in the form that you kind of are seeing us utilize this here. So you see me kind of just working it in, trying to get that soap worked into the latex here. Again, I'm being pretty easy with how I'm going about it, and that's really one of the things in washing your gloves that we want to try to help you guys understand. I'm going to put a little bit of soap just down the palm as I put my glove in here so that it kind of works down in the glove. All right, just nice and easy, putting the gloves on, making sure that as we put them on, we're not overworking the latex in the cuff or the strap, you know, just normal stuff. So I've got soap in there, and now I'm just kind of working from the outside, and you can actually see that a lot of the bubbles are kind of coming through as that soap's getting worked around. You know, the important thing with the inside of the glove is that you're also trying to work out the sweat, the dirt, the grime, just the buildup bacteria that's on the interior of the gloves. We want that out as well. latex is like a sponge. Again, it's going to absorb really anything it comes into contact with, and your hand is unfortunately probably the dirtiest thing that it's going to come into contact with on a regular basis. So we're working that out. All right. One of the things I do see and I want to suggest as we kind of get to the process here of wringing the glove out, all right, you know, I see a lot of great videos out there, but unfortunately they're filling up the glove from the cuff, which is this part up here, my wrist, and they're kind of filling it up with the spigot or wringing it out from the cuff down like this, all right? You don't actually want to do that. When we're trying to get the dirt and grime out, we highly suggest working from the fingers down to the cuff. What that's going to allow is the water is obviously naturally going to kind of wring out and allow the dirt to work its way out of the glove. If you're doing it in the opposite, there's not a whole lot of space for that dirt to travel and go out of the glove at the fingertips. So we're trying to just work it continually submerging, you know, absorbing the water, and then lightly kind of pressing our hands. Think about wringing out. Again, a sponge is a really great visual. All right, we're just working that water in the glove, massage, all right, squeezing it out. And you'll know, you know, just based on the water we have here, and if you're working in a sink, you're going to see pretty immediately the impact that you're having on cleaning this glove. You know, I probably would suggest this process taking somewhere between 5 to 8 minutes. It just kind of depends on how slowly you're going through, which is not a bad thing, and obviously, you know, even, you know, the age of your gloves and how much dirt and grime. You know, if you haven't cleaned them in a while, you know, you might be the person that takes 10 minutes versus the regular cleaner. You're going to maybe take only 5 minutes because you're just taking care of those gloves a little bit more often. So this is pretty good. What I want to tell you and show you more than anything right now is, you know, the drying process is really probably one of the most critical aspects of glove washing. We like to suggest a really old-fashioned, simple way. Just use a coat hanger. They're probably hanging around your house. We also suggest, for those parents out there, you'll love this suggestion, hang it over the tub or somewhere where there's tile, just that if you have water dripping onto a floor or a surface underneath, it's not going to damage anything, because as these gloves drip, I mean, here I haven't squeezed it too much, but you know, you can give it an extra bit of wring and you see all that water right there that's coming out. But you want to naturally dry these gloves. It's really critical that you do not try to speed up the process of drying. If you use any method that, you know, sun, or you put it in a dryer, we don't suggest that whatsoever. It's going to take that latex and speed up the drying, which is not going to be a good thing, and it's going to deteriorate that and potentially break it down. So unfortunately, through a process that you're trying to get a little bit more life out of your gloves, you could be doing the opposite. So one last thing here. All right, it's really critical, and I'll show you kind of the before and after for the sake of time, but it's super critical as you dry these gloves, if you're using this method or any other, that you dry them opposite of each other. All right, the biggest thing that you want to avoid are the gloves potentially making contact like this with the palms. What will happen is as these palms dry, they'll actually stick together. And if you think about it, when they're dried and you pull them apart, you have a very high chance of ripping the latex because they've stuck together. That's just kind of the intricacies of latex. So be very careful with that. Dry them apart. We highly suggest this method. Super simple. Do it, you know, hang it on the coat, on the pole in the shower or any other place that you can hang it and let it dry. Give it about 24, 36 hours. You'll have a great pair of gloves that's nice and clean. So again, for the sake of time here, instead of giving you a 20-minute long video, I've kind of worked on this as the left hand of the same pair of gloves through the same training session. So, you know, it looked the same, and I gave it about 5 minutes on this pair. Same method that you just saw me go through, working it in. And it looks pretty good, you know. I mean, we want you to understand that they're not going to look completely brand new. You know, some of the stains that you see in the gloves, they're just not going to come out, and that's just a part of goalkeeping and understanding that we're not trying to get the stains out and have a brand new pair of gloves. We want to really work out that dirt, that grime, that sweat, things that you don't necessarily see that is embedded in the latex. We love the questions. We're all about education, and we're all about your feedback. So continue to send us those questions, and we'll always do our very best to answer them, to put a video out or in any other method that we possibly can. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next video. get with the work of the glove a little bit easier when you massage out that dirt, that grime, and work in the soap that you're using. We really want to make sure that I was looking for it. I was like, it's got to be around here somewhere.